What's good, y'all? It's your boy JusticeXFalls. We back at it again with another video, and we got some more Rise of Ronin stuff to look at. We got some gameplay, we got some dev diary stuff, we got some behind the scenes stuff. So without further ado, let's just get to it. Koei Tecmo. What I say? They gonna add me? Add me already? This game looks so crisp, yo.
本作の舞台の一つ、横浜です。
I think we saw this already.
幕末の時代、最初に国外に開かれた横浜では、和と洋が入り混じった独特の街並みが広がっています。主人公は鍵縄を使って屋根の上に登ったり、装置アビキューを使って高所から滑空し、上空を移動することも可能です。 攻撃やガードを駆使しながら敵の攻撃を石火で弾いて体勢を崩すことも可能です。敵の武器と使って屋根を移動する石火で弾いて体勢を崩すことも可能です。敵の武器と相性のいい流派を選ぶと戦いを有利に進めることができます。
Hold that. Okay, we got some stealth elements. I like that. Okay, we got some wild creatures. We getting real Souls-like.
戦闘では日本刀や長槍以外にも海外からもたらされた単銃などさまざまな武器が使用できます。発明家である伊賀七と因縁を深めるとさまざまなからくり装置を入手できます。取火砲は伊賀七が作ったからくりで現代の火炎放射器のような強力な
This was on the Sony presentation, the Sony State of Play. I think we saw some of this, but this seems like a more like this is either the same video or it's like more drawn out. 3 weeks ago. What was 3 weeks ago? And then I did my Sony State of Play when was my last Sony State of Play? Now I gotta check my channel. Yeah, because we could probably skip this video. What's good, y'all? I'm JusticeXFalls. I'm a variety content creator coming at you. Matter of fact, what's good, y'all? I'm JusticeXFalls. I'm a variety. Let's check this playlist. Stellar Blade, Rise of Ronin. Yeah, it's the same trailer.
からくり装置を入手できます。取火砲は伊賀七が作ったからくりで現代の火炎放射器
So let's see. Alright, so that other video we saw already, so we skipped past that. I edited that part out because we already reacted to it. This I haven't seen. Team Ninja, let's go. Koei Tecmo. The world. Traversal landscape. I like how smooth it looks. This looks really smooth. I haven't seen not a stutter. Not one stutter. Experience Bakamatsu, Japan. Edo period. Ito, Kyoto. Yokohama. This was that apparently that city was one of the most like advanced, like one of the first like advanced cities that accept in Japan that they accepted trade from other countries. So they try to bring that to life in the form of a video game, which is cool. Freedom to roam. My son had a golden gun? Oh, you can do target practice? Oh, hell no. This game seems like it's gonna be hard, I'm not gonna lie. Rise of Ronin, March 22nd. We already know we on that day one. I love anything with samurai, ninjas, dragons, demons. Yeah, you already know we on this day one. So that was the world view. You see the traversal and you see a little bit of enemy variety too. I think there's gonna be a lot of depth in the enemies there too. So next we're gonna see the behind the scenes, the fight BTS. Let's see. Let's check this out. See what's popping. That's a great team. Team Ninja, Koei Tecmo.
2 months have passed since my last letter. Time does move slow when you have little to do. As I sit and wait in this dreary cell, I watch the courtyard outside with great intrigue. Yesterday, I witnessed something quite special. A crow landed close to my window, attempting to grasp a piece of bread lodged just beyond its reach. This determined creature tried time and time again, but its beak was too short and too thick. Eventually, the crow left in what I concluded was defeat. But to my amazement, the crow flew back with a stick in its feet. This cunning bird used the stick to dislodge the food and fly away with its prize. A small victory, but it reminded me of our struggle, and that we must adapt if our plan is to succeed.
Well, that's the game.
Some may shun the outsider's weapons and tactics, but we cannot be afraid to embrace them in pursuit of
Whoa.
Spread the word to our allies. We must be like the crow.
The fights. Chapter 2, the fight. So I guess we learn why we're fighting and what we're fighting for. Hold on.
Action remains at the core of Rise of the Ronin.
Oh, burn them, fire blaze them.
Of our previous work and action games as Team Ninja.
Oh, let's get it. You can use the spears or Naginata? Was that a Naginata?
Speed and difficulty. We feel it's part of the player's expectations as well.
I'm not gonna lie, ever since, I'm pretty sure that wasn't the first game to do it. I guess you could see Bionic Commando, but I guess no. But the first game that I've seen, like really, where you could really abuse the grapple mechanic, a grappling type mechanic, to stay close to your enemies was, and have it done in a very stylish way and seamless way. I'm not gonna lie, Devil May Cry 4. After Devil May Cry 4 came out, You see every game, every action, almost every action adventure game, they got some sort of grapple to bring you closer to your enemy, or some mechanic where you can grab your enemy closer to you. Just saying, if I'm wrong, let me know. If I'm missing out on a game that I never heard about or that I forgot about, let me know. But I'm saying, Devil May Cry, bro. Devil May Cry 4. After that, I seen every action adventure game that has a stylish fighting system using it. Just saying. Almost everyone. That was brutal.
There's the importance of action in gameplay. And the power of authenticity you get from a period drama story. Whilst I was visiting places such as Shokuzinjuku or Meirin-gakusha, I realized how locals were truly dedicated to their studies at the time.
Look at that. Look at that.
There were plenty of academic manuals, including research on the Dutch and Occidental weaponry. At a time when Japan was isolated and people couldn't access any information from the rest of the world, it was incredible to see the amount of foreign information, worldly cultures, and teachings they were studying.
Somebody was getting that information across. Somebody was going out and getting that information.
They then put this to good use in order to build Japan's future. I believe we managed to convey that in Rise of the Ronin as well.
Looking at the Bakumatsu era, there were many philosophers with different schools of thought. They can be split into pro and anti-shogunate ideologies. These ideologies fought and contrasted with each other. The goal was to look at how this fight would translate in the action, which weapons and fighting styles would be adopted, and first of all, why that fight was happening.
Ready yourselves!
So you have the shogunate, which is basically the government, the people who rule the era. And then you have what's called Ronin. Ronin means missing ninja. So, or rogue ninja. So, those rogue ninjas, they oppose the government, and those rogue samurai or even ninjas sometimes were opposing the government. I'm not sure when ninjas died. I think ninjas probably already died out by this point because like they started having guns. And ninja originally they only had like makeshift weapons that they would steal off of samurai after sneaking up on them and killing them and poisoning them and shit. Because they would sneak into the samurai camps, poison them, throw dirt in their eye, poison their food, and then steal their weapons and fashion them in a way to make it easier for them to run around. But you also had Ronin, which in the sense of samurai, who did not believe in the government, who was like, fuck the government, I like shit traditional, and they would go out and fight as well. I'm not sure if the formal term for these people were Ronin, or like as long as you oppose the shogunate, you're considered a ninja. But I don't know. But I do know that there were people that were pro government and pro not government, and against government, much like what we have today. But I'm pretty sure one of y'all will come in the comments and tell me how I'm completely wrong and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So please enlighten me. Just keep it polite or you will get blocked.
We looked at each personality, along with the choice of weapon, and worked out how to make these battles authentic within Ronin.
The more we researched, the more we found. The Munen style and the Hokushinto style as well demonstrated how these people lived their life through the katana, how it was their weapon of choice.
It was here where we really felt the power of history.
From that period, as we moved towards the modern era, weaponry changed. For example, handguns were introduced. We had to think how to integrate them and balance the use of them with close combat. which meant we had to develop gameplay that incorporated both close combat and ranged attacks.
Vignette was a logical addition when we thought of developing new weapons for Ronin. It perfectly suits the Bakumatsu era. We dedicated time to working on adding new gimmicks and the fighting actions.
Oh, you got to face the white man. You got to face the colonizers. Holy shit.
As an
you got to face the colonizers.
I believe that it wasn't necessary to make the game resemble a history textbook. It was about creating a reality that was totally plausible in Rise of the Ronin's universe. The team would either agree or disagree to several ideas each day to crystallize what was possible in this game's universe.
This game just looks so clean, bro.
First, I look at something that is humanly possible. Actions you are able to achieve through exercise and training. This is the action that I wanted to make, rather than people just flying around. I wanted to explore what is possible for humans to achieve after long years of dedicated training.
Ooh, that was fire. That was some movie shit.
Tag along with me, will you?
What we insisted on most whilst building...
I heard they have 4-player co-op in this. So I hope that's what he about to talk about.
Building Rise of the Ronin story was creating a bond system. We looked at the bond you create with other historical figures. Then they can either help you or become opponents.
Won't lay a finger on me!
Depending on the people you take with you, this will also affect the techniques you can use too. Having a certain character with you will bring something unique. It also allows for unexpected combinations that might prove to be worthwhile. You can switch between characters as well.
Wow.
It was a lot of work to create the system, but it was definitely the right thing to do.
There is also the ability to read an enemy's moves to your advantage that is unique to this game. This is demonstrated through the counter-spark system. Actions used based on the opponent's moves. It needs to be used with precise timing. And you have to be able to predict your enemy's moves. A large part of the combat in Ronin is based around a wide variety of actions you can choose to combat your enemies.
I love how forgiving the parry is.
The player gets positive feelings from the action, to feel the battles, and for the enemy actions to look cool. However, as we set the stage for the game and built its story, the period drama aspect was a strong element that we always kept in mind.
Oh, drop in on him. Hold that.
This nation is in your hands!
Chapter 3, The Cause. Okay, coming soon. Wow, that just made me so much more excited for the game. I liked everything I saw there, man. Like, I like the guns. And it doesn't seem like the guns are going to be too OP. I think you're going to get very limited ammo. And I think you're going to get not very limited use, but you're going to get good use out of it, but they're not going to make it to where the guns are OP. I think the weapons are going to be pretty balanced. Maybe the katana, if anything, would be overpowered because you could do shit like that with the grapple hook and all of that. I wonder if it's going to be like a slow burn, like you got to build up to get these abilities, or you're like just off top, you're just OP, and you just get more OP throughout the game because you're dealing with people that use guns. You know, you're in that period where the samurai is on the it's the beginning of the end where samurai are starting to get phased out because handguns and rifles are being created and cannons are being created. So you don't really need you don't really need you don't have the need for samurai. You're not going to see a field of samurai. This is probably one of the last periods in Japan where you saw like a field of samurai fighting each other. Because I know me, as soon as guns came around, I mean, I still carried my sword as a sidearm. Or maybe at least my wakizashi and my tanto I would carry. But I'm gonna have that thing on me for sure. I'm gonna have I have a pistol on me, and I'm gonna have a bayonet on me. Fuck is you talking about? Like, I'd be the ultimate. But I like how like you're more so, it's more so defined what side you're on. Like you don't fuck with the government, and you don't have to honor that rigid samurai code. I think because I would think about this game and I think about Ghost of Tsushima. I know Ghost of Tsushima is an older game. It's in an older period before this, where it was all about the samurai code, and you end up basically becoming a ninja, basically. So, with this, they don't give a fuck. They gonna use guns. They gonna use swords, naginatas, what's the shit called, nunchucks, and all of that, kusanagis, all of that. I hope they have all of that, the variety of weapons in there. I like the enemy variety as well. That's dope. And I can't wait for this game. This game is gonna be really dope, and I think it might contend for Game of the Year, depending on how well the story is done and how well the leveling system is done in the gameplay loop. If that's not too boring, which I don't think, it don't look like it's going to be. It looked like Ghost of Tsushima level, and Ghost of Tsushima got a few Game of the Year awards back when it was out, and it got DLC. So we'll see. I know I'm confident in Koei Tecmo and Team Ninja. I think they're going to get it right. And this is giving me a little bit like Wulong type of vibes. Like, it's a good game. It might be like a cult game, like a Neo. It could be anywhere between like a cult classic, like a Neo or a Wulong, or it could be like a Ghost of Tsushima. That's the ceiling and the floor. Wulong, Neo, Ghost of Tsushima. So we'll see. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, right? So, y'all already know the vibes. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy JusticeXFalls, and we out. One.